Hey everyone, how you doing? It's your good friend Eric. Welcome to this very special webinar that is going to be a PowerPoint webinar. Normally I do easel webinars. This one's on PowerPoint. I'm just happy that you're here. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. I hope you're having a terrific Wednesday. I'm really grateful that you're here. We have people joining in from lots of different places, and wherever you're tuning in from, I am grateful. So we're going to get rolling here. We're going to do this by PowerPoint. Again, I mostly do easel-based webinars. This one I did as a PowerPoint. And regardless, I'm going to give you some great takeaways all related to elevating your game. Okay, so here's what you guys can expect. What you guys can expect from this is content specifically designed for high-earning realtors, right? So I'm going to give you very specific takeaways. I'm going to give you a 3-part checklist on things to do, things to get into action that will elevate your game so that you can make the very most out of what's happening right now. So it turns out there's a lot happening right now. There's a lot happening in our industry. Things continue to be challenging. There have been changes. There's some things that are not changing that we wanted to change. Interest rates. Can I get like a collective, darn it, like we expected rates to be heading down by now? They're not. But you guys, no matter what, we're going to commit to thrive, right? We're going to commit to thriving. That's my mission. That's my motto. We want to thrive no matter what. So you, my friends, are in a really good spot right here on this webinar because I want to help you to see exactly what to do. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's go. You're in exactly the right place. You are here if you are someone who wants to earn 200,000 plus, right? So all this content, this action plan, this 3-part checklist I'm going to give to you today is all designed for that level of earner. By the way, if you're there or if you want to be there, that puts you, my friends, in the top 15% of all real estate agents nationwide. That would put you in the top 15%. So I like to curate groups of people that are just like that because you operate at a different level. Again, whether you're there now or you want to be, your commitment level is different. Your focus is different. The way you want to serve your clients is different. The way you want to stand out from the competition is different. You are full on, you are fully committed. So you're in the right spot. If you are that kind of person, I want to help you out. So I'm going to give you, in our time together today, I'm going to give you 3 specific action steps to take. And you need to know where these come from. These come from me observing lots of agents, lots of realtors from across the country, noticing for them what works for them right now, what is having an impact, what's making a positive effect for them, what's helping them to have more clients, helping them to earn money. There's 3 things that you need to do that I see a lot of people not doing. I see a lot of my realtor friends falling short in these 3 ways. So I want to give you 3 things to focus on today. You're also, oh, by the way, all those things are designed to help you to earn the income that you want. Okay, so you set a goal for this year, and I want you to hit that. I want you to hit that at a minimum or exceed that. Again, I'm guessing that goal because you're here. That goal is at least $200,000. So I want you to hit that goal. Then the other thing I'm going to do at the end of today, I'm going to show you how you can get some money-making resources from me for trying and opting into a 14-day trial of my Thrive Mastermind. As a thank you for that, I'm going to give you several resources for free, like no strings attached, just for trying out my Thrive Mastermind. I'm going to do that at the end, okay? But first things first, when we get to this action plan. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. Interest rates are persisting. They're being resistant. They're being stubborn. They're not behaving. They're not listening. I'm a parent, and if any of you are parents and you've had like a 4-year-old before, right now I have 2 teenage daughters. Sometimes they don't listen, so I kind of feel this way with interest rates. Look, you're not listening. We need you to go back down, at least decrease a little bit, like you said that you would. Like a lot of smart people predicted early in 2024 that interest rates would trend down, but they're not doing that, right? So that's a challenge. We're frustrated by that. The other thing that's frustrating is inventory. Inventory is trending up a little bit. We wish there was more inventory in a lot of places. It's going the right way, but we still wish there was more selection for buyers, for sure. And also transaction count is down from where it was. Now it's trending up versus a year ago. It's like ticking up little by little by little. And yet it's like 30% below where it was back in 2021, right? So there are fewer transactions. So that's kind of the landscape, right? That's what we are faced with right now. But you know what? You're a $200,000 earner, okay? Or you're someone who wants to be at that level. So you know what it's time to do? It's time to elevate. My friends, it is time to elevate our game. That is the best response to what is happening right now. So in an environment of persistently high rates, in an environment of low inventory, an environment of lower transactions, we got to elevate our game, all right? And so also what you need to know, a lot of people are leaving the business right now, and they're leaving opportunity behind, but you're not going to do that. You're here, you're committed. So you're going to elevate because you're going to keep performing, you're going to keep thriving no matter what. So let me ask you 3 questions. You guys, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Right now, I'm taking on the role of as your coach. I am your coach, and a lot of you see me as your coach. You enjoy my coaching. I'm gonna pretend right now that you and I are having a one-on-one coaching meeting, and this is something I would do. Like if you and I were coaching one-on-one, I would ask you these questions. I would ask you these 3 questions on a scale of 1 to 5. I want to know the answer. Now you don't have to put in the chat your answer right now, but I just want you to think about this. I want you to like do an assessment of your business, right? We are assessing your business. And actually, when I do work with people one-on-one, there's a full-blown assessment that I have, but we're just going to do a simple 3-part assessment. Scale 1 to 5, my friends, scale of 1 to 5. What is your social media plan? Like score your social media plan on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 is like optimal. Oh, it is optimized. It is so clear. I know exactly what I do. I know exactly when I do it. I follow a set rule. I know the exact mission that I want my social media to do. I have a game plan that's so clear, so dialed in for my social media. That would be a 5. Now, again, you don't have to put the answer in the chat. I just want you to be aware. A 1 is like, what's social media? What are you talking about? Like, I don't have my Facebook business account set up yet. I need to really get on that. Now I'm guessing there are very few 1s on this webinar because there are $200,000 earners on this webinar, but is it a 5? Is your social media plan a 5? Now I'm going to give you it here in a few slides. I'm going to give you really specific actions you can take. Like I'm going to show you how to move it toward being a 5, but where is it right now? Like what is your social media plan? Now, you guys, it needs to be at least a 4, even better a 5. If you want to earn the money that you want to make, it needs to be that, all right? So if there's opportunity to make it better, we got to commit to make it better, right? So that's number 1 and on the self-assessment. Number 2, I want you to score scale 1 to 5 your collateral. Now I realize that's kind of a big umbrella of a term. That's kind of maybe even a generic term. But what I'm specifically wondering about here is what do you have on hand to show to a Sorry, guys, that was weird. Just it kicked me off for a second. I'm going to get my PowerPoint back going again. Just a moment. All right, let's just do this, and then we're going to do this. Sorry, guys. I apologize. I have no idea. That was a weird little wireless internet thing. Okay, here's where we're at. Collateral. I'm talking about your collateral, scale of 1 to 5. So scale of 1 to 5, where you're at. So specifically, I'm wondering about if I were to ask you to show me, okay, can you show me your buyer's packet, show me your seller's packet, show me what you have in place to explain the process that you have in place when you work with a buyer, when you work with a seller. Show me something you have in place to that articulates your value proposition. Like, is there something you have in place that says, this is how I'm compensated? Or these are my services to you? Or this is what you can expect from me? Like, do you have all that? And so I mean more than just examples of how you would market a listing. I mean more than just the really cool stuff that your company provides to you that's about the company. Like, do you have collateral in place that articulates the process, uh, that articulates the value proposition that you have, that talks about the market. Do you have those things? Like if I were to ask you to show me, okay, so show me what you got. Because we need to have those in place, whether it be print or whether it be electronic. Either way, like, do you have those? Scale of 1 to 5. And guys, you need those. They need to be at least a 4, if not a 5. Like they need to be comprehensive and not overwhelming. Like we don't want to hand someone 50 pages of something and freak them out, but they need to be comprehensive and they need to show what you bring to the game. They need to talk about the process and they need to talk about the market, right? So you need to have that packaged up that you would hand to a new buyer or that you would hand to a new seller and you would say, hey, here's a packet of information. It's going to show you some things about me, what I offer you. It's going to show you how the process is going to work, and also going to show you what's happening in the market. And are they going to be appreciative of that? Heck yeah, they are. So do you have that scale of 1 to 5? Now, you guys, this beginning part, it's not meant to like make you feel bad. Hopefully, like I don't want this to turn into, oh gosh, Eric's so right. I didn't know I don't have anything close to that. And now I feel bad about myself. Like, don't do that. I'm just telling you where you want to get it to. Okay. So I'm showing you like the vision for what optimal would look like. And I'm encouraging you to get it there so that you can earn the money that you want to earn. Okay. So are you with me on that? So collateral is the second self-assessment, scale 1 to 5. Now, the third one, we're going to shift gears a little bit. It's more mindset related. Where's your confidence right now? Where's your confidence? This is a chance for you to check in on your mindset, check in on your confidence. Where's your confidence at scale of 1 to 5? Now, again, if you and I were meeting one-on-one, if we had a one-on-one coaching relationship, this is absolutely a question that I would enjoy asking you. It'd be insightful, it'd be interesting, it'd be a useful question for me to ask you, like, hey, scale of 1 to 5, where you're at with your confidence. 5 is, oh, I'm rock solid. I am rock solid, Eric. I know exactly what I'm doing. I feel really good about my goal. I know how that's going to happen. I got my pipeline full. I got things in place. Yes, it's a little stormy in our industry right now, a little stormy in the market, but I know how I'm responding to that. Like, it's all good. I'm marching forward. I'm taking action. I have rock solid confidence. That's a 5. It's a 1 if you're like super rattled, very, very, very anxious. None of you are a 1. I know that, but like you wouldn't be on here. You wouldn't take the time to be on this webinar if you're 1. But this, again, you guys, this is useful. Check in on your confidence, like where you're at, and just give yourself an honest assessment. Like, well, I'm not a 5. Frankly, Eric, I'm not a 5. I'm a 3. Okay. And then I would ask you, okay, so what would be in place? What would be happening to make it more like a 5? Like, what would you be seeing? What would you be believing? What would be happening if it was more like a 5? And so if you can get clear on that, like, okay, so I'm a 3 now. And for me to move it closer to a 5, these are the things that would be in place. These are the things that I would notice. These are the things I would be focused on. These are the things I would see. These are the kinds of things I would be believing. Well, now now you know how to take action, right? So again, this beginning part is just like a check-in self-assessment, scale of 1 to 5. So we did scale of 1 to 5, where are you at with your social media plan, scale of 1 to 5, where are you at with your collateral, scale of 1 to 5, where are you with confidence? Okay, so 3 action steps. You guessed it, they're going to be in those 3 areas. Okay, so I'm going to give you like really detailed, specific things you can do to move each one of those more toward a 5. Okay, so that's our plan today. So I'm going to give you 3 steps you can take to move and elevate your social media game plan to more like a 5, your collateral to more like a 5, and your confidence to more like a 5. All right. So like write these down, like make this your action plan for today, for this week, for the rest of February. Okay. So action step number 1. Action step number 1 is I want you to go all in. I want you like fully committed to building your brand with social media. Okay. I want you making that commitment. Like, I'm going to build my brand and I'm going to do that with social media because, guys, here's the deal. Any successful brand, any successful company, even any successful individual, they've made a clear commitment to build up that brand. Social media is the best way because it's the most efficient, it's the most cost-effective way. Lots of eyeballs are there, lots of people are there. So what I recommend is using social media to build your brand, but you got to do it somehow. Like if it's not social media, what's it going to be? Is it going to be bus benches? Which is fine. Like I think bus benches are really effective in conjunction with social media. Is it going to be on a billboard? Billboards are great, I think, in conjunction with social media. Is it going to be direct mail? Is it going to be farming? What's it going to be? You're going to wrap your car? You got to build your brand, right? You have to have people knowing you and having a certain perception of you where they say, oh my gosh, they're the one. They know their stuff. They're a friendly, helpful expert. You got to build your brand. All right. So if you're not having a game plan in place, if you're not taking really focused, meaningful action steps on your social media to build your brand, then you're not elevated, right? Then you're putting yourself at risk of not earning the money that you want to earn this year. Okay. So this is how you're going to do it. So you got to get top of mind, right? So as your people think about you, are you at the top of mind? You've heard that thing where people on average know 12 realtors. So of the 12, are you the one? Like, are you at the top? And I don't mean toward the top. I mean at the top. Are you top of mind? Are you seen as an expert? Are you known as friendly and helpful? So that's what you do in your social media. Okay. So are you seeing it? You get yourself positioned as the one. Okay. So here's the solution that you want to do. All right. So this is just a simple formula I'm gonna encourage you to follow. Right. So you want to commit to it at a minimum. And right now I'm just making it easy. We're just talking Facebook business page. You want to commit to 2 posts a week. So are you right now doing 2 meaningful, like specific, mission specific posts per week, 2 a week? So when you break that down, of course, 2 a week is 8 per month, right? You're going to do 2 a week. That equates to 8 per month. And so here's how I want you to think about those 8 posts. If you've been following me at all, you know about my magic formula, my success formula of it's relationship plus credibility. Okay, relationship and plus credibility. So when someone thinks about you, as someone is contemplating working with you, as they think about all the different options that they have, it's really important that you have in place is a great relationship with that person and high credibility. So another way to say that is they have to like you and believe that you know your stuff. They have to believe that you're a good person, and they have to believe that you know what you're doing. Okay, so a good person who knows what they're doing is going to attract business. So as they think about you, again, do they think, oh my gosh, they're so nice, they're so wonderful. They definitely have my best interest in mind, and boy, do they know their stuff. They're a great person who knows their stuff. And can you see that when you have that in place, when people have that belief about you, oh my gosh, now we're talking. So do they have that belief about you? Is that in place? Typically, the opportunity is related to credibility. That's where we can elevate the awareness of your credibility. What's the best place to do that? It's on social media. So here's the formula for your 2 posts a week for your total of 8 posts a month. 6 of those will be credibility focused. 2 will be relationship focused. So let's start with relationship. That's really easy. Show yourself, even on your Facebook business page, doing something that you love to do. Even better, highlight your community and make it personal. Like, oh my gosh, here is one of my favorite restaurants. Here's one of my favorite parks. Here's one of my favorite walking trails. Here's one of my favorite people. This is one of my favorite organizations, right? Here I am with my family. Here I am with my friends doing something I really love to do. See, they need to see, they need to have that reinforced that you're a great person. And you can highlight things that you love about your community and also make it relationship building. Okay, so that's how you make it real estate relevant. You're highlighting parts of your community. All right, so you have a format, you have a formula in place where twice a month I'm doing something that shows like a personal side of me. Right, you're not overdoing it. It's only twice a month, and then 6 times a month you're doing something credibility based. You're showing some stats, some data, some facts about the market. Sure, this can be a new listing. It can be a closing. It can also be a testimonial, right? So testimonials definitely fall in this category. So what of your 2 posts a week, if one of those was always credibility based, that's 4 of them. And then you weave in two more throughout the month. Again, they're posts about the market. Here's a stat about the market, and an interesting fact about the market, and you know what's happening in the market. Here's a trend that we're seeing. Here's a brand new listing I have. Here's a recent closing. Here's a testimonial. All those are credibility building. Here's what's happening with interest rates. Here's an expert's take on the market. Here's a link to an article. All those things are credibility based. Okay, so 6 of those a month. And then 2 relationship building. And now think of what you're creating. What you're creating is an online resume that is really, really powerful. So when people are considering using you, what they're going to do is they're going to search you. Okay, so they're going to go onto Facebook and they're going to search you. Did you know that Facebook is the 4th most used search engine? So it goes Google, it goes YouTube, it goes Amazon, and then it goes Facebook. So they're going to search on Facebook, and so they're going to come to your business page, and they're going to start scrolling through, right? They're going to just start scrolling through, and they're going to say, wow, look at all this stuff. This person knows their stuff, and it also looks like they're a great person, right? So this is not about the likes. It's about building a relationship and credibility, okay? So are you with me on that? So this is your action plan. Like, you need to have a 2 posts per week action plan, game plan, and you're going to map it out on how many of those are going to be credibility based, how many of those relationship based, and then you're going to get specific. You know what to do. I'm going to talk about the market in 3 of the credibility posts, and then twice a month I'll do a testimonial, and then once a month I'm pretty sure I'll be able to talk about a new listing or a recent closing, or maybe it's one of my colleagues' listings, something like that. And then twice a month I'll do something relationship focused, where I'm highlighting something that's one of my favorites. And then the other one is going to be me and my family, if you have people to show there. Okay, so that's just an example. That's a formula, that's a format to follow if you want to move your social media plan to be more like a 5. If you want to build your brand with social media, that's a format to do it. Second thing you're going to do, you're going to build out your collateral. Now, again, specifically, what I'm talking about here, you guys, it's your buyer packet, it's your seller packet. Within those packets are 3 things. It's things about you. You can also include your company in that, things about you and your company. It's things about the process and things about the market. All right, so when it comes to things about you, do you have things like your bio? Do you have testimonials? Do you have something that clarifies your value proposition? That's a big gap that I'm noticing right now among my realtor friends, is they don't have that one pager that talks about their value and what they bring to the game and how they're compensated. And if you've been paying attention, I'm sure you have, if you've noticed that headlines that are related to our industry right now, that is important. And that's becoming more important. Like, we need to be in front of that. We need to be prepared, right? We need to have collateral that articulates our value proposition, what we bring to the game, and how we're compensated, because that's a big deal now. And that would be more of a big deal. And people are going to start asking even more about that. We got to get in front of that. We need to be transparent and upfront. Okay. So that's category 1, things about you. Category 2, things about the process. So do you have something in your collateral, in your packet, that walks them through the process? Hey, if you're working with me as a seller, these are the steps we're going to take. If you're working with me as a buyer, here are the steps that we're going to take. Do you have that? And then third, do you have something that talks about the market, that gives them an overview of what's happening in the market? So here's my philosophy that I want to share with all of you. This is what's going to really attract business for you when you show up like no one else. You guys go all in on this mindset, this philosophy, that no matter what, you're going to show up like no one else. And when you show up like no one else, so a way to show up like no one else is with your collateral. So when you're able to hand someone or electronically send someone a very useful, very valuable, very comprehensive packet of information, they will say, dang, this is good stuff in here. Like, this is so helpful. I'm so happy that he or she shared this with me. No one else is doing this. We should probably work with them. We should probably pay them what they're asking to be paid. They seem to be valuable. Show up like no one else. The way to do that is in your marketing. It's in your collateral, okay? So your buyer and seller packets, what they do is they really set the stage, right? They set the stage for how things are going to go. They set the stage that you're a valuable person. They set the stage that you have a lot to offer. They set the stage for the process itself. They're like, oh, okay, now I see the steps. Now I see how this is going to go. It sets the stage. It builds your credibility. It gets them to say, wow, seems like this person really knows what they're doing. based on what I'm seeing here in this packet, right? So when you can do a great job with your collateral, it really elevates your credibility, and it demonstrates your value. Okay, you're right off the bat, right initially showing them that you're a valuable person. Okay, it makes you much different. So here are the contents again. So you have great information about you. So that'd be like your bio, resume, testimonials, and also how you're compensated. Okay, so I'll say that again. Do you have a bio about you? Bio, resume? Do you have testimonials? And do you have a one pager that walks them through how you're compensated? This is how I'm compensated. This is how my fee works. This is what you can expect from me. These are the services I bring to you. Like any one of those titles would totally work. And then do you have something else that walks them through the process, right? So here's what you can expect about the process. Here are the steps that we'll take. And it's all just clearly outlined. We do this first, and then we do this, and then we do this, and then we do this. Okay. Gets the person to be like, oh, okay, now I understand. Now I'm really clear. Like I feel really confident. Here it is. Here are the steps all mapped out for me. Super simple. And then do you have something that talks about the market, right? Here's a snapshot of the market today. Even better, it's got it has graphics, right? It's got visual, it's got graphs and charts and infographics and those kind of things to really explain the market. That's what you put in there. So if you're ever wondering about, well, what do I even put in there? That's what you put in there. You need one for buyers. You need one for sellers. Ideally, you have it both print and electronic. You have it ready to go. And what that does is it makes you super confident, right? You know that, hey, no matter what, anyone that comes along, buyer, seller, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to hand them this packet as the very first step. I'm showing up like no one else, really showing them what I bring to the game, clarifies the process, talks about the market. Let's go. Makes you much more attractive, right? It makes you much more magnetic to clients. So that's why that is so important. Now, the third thing we'll talk about, my friends, we're going to talk about confidence. So again, if you remember, we started with kind of a self-assessment, right? So we were pretending if you and I were coaching one-on-one, I would ask you a few questions. I would just say, hey, scale 1 to 5, rate your social media game plan, rate your collateral, and also scale 1 to 5, rate your confidence. Where are you at right now with your confidence? Like, how confident are you feeling? And if you gave yourself at the beginning of this webinar anything less than a 5, let's talk about that, right? So let's talk about some easy wins, some things to focus on that's going to help you to build your confidence, because for sure, confidence is really important. If your confidence is rattled right now, if it's like a 3 or a 2 on your confidence, then that's going to have an impact on your results, right? And we got to amp it up. We need to amp it up, you guys. We need to amp it up in advance of your results. So sometimes people have this misconception, this belief. They have this thing going in their head that says, well, once I get some results, then I'll feel confident. Like once I get some transactions going, then I'll start to feel more confident. But it happens actually the opposite way. We need to amp up your confidence now so that you can have the transactions that you want, because you know already, you understand this, with what makes the most sense in terms of you attracting business is by being confident. So we got to get you confident first. Then you will attract the amount of clients that you want to have. And there's some simple, straightforward ways to build that confidence. It's never fake it till you make it. I'm not a believer in fake it till you make it. What works is being authentically confident, and there are plenty of reasons to be authentically confident. Okay, so check it out, you guys. There will be this year. There's still going to be many transactions, and yeah, it's less than what it was in 2021. But did you guys know it's going to be on the order of 4 million home sales this year in the United States? 4 million, that's sales. And in most cases, there's someone working with a seller, someone working with a buyer, most cases. So if you multiply that by 2, that would be 8 million transaction sides this year nationwide. So yeah, it's less than, but it's not less than 2021, but it's not zero. Okay, it's not zero. There's a lot of opportunity. You are surrounded by opportunity, right? So 4 million home sales this year, 8 million transaction sides, if we did count that by 2. Did you know estimates are that's on the order of $80 billion of commission revenue that will be generated this year? By the way, all these numbers that I'm throwing out at you right now are not even related to new homes. This is only existing homes. So this is only existing inventory, resale, properties. That's where all these numbers come from. It doesn't even count new homes. And if you've been watching the headlines, new homes are seeing like record pace. That we haven't seen this level of new home sales in a long time. So it's not even counting that. So not even counting new homes, $80 billion of commissions will be generated. Can you focus on that? Like instead of focusing on the change and the decrease in number of transactions, instead of focusing on the nasty headlines, instead of even focusing on the fact that the interest rates are not going down, can you focus on this? Can you focus on the opportunity that's right in front of us with there being a ton of transactions and a ton of commission revenue that will be generated this year? There are a lot of realtors, like I said at the beginning, a lot of realtors leaving the business, like a lot of them are like, peace, I'm out. Not what I signed up for. I'm done. I joined the business and I don't know in 2021 and things were easy then, but they're not so easy now. And so I think I'm out. Or a lot of longtime veterans who have done amazing, great things in this industry. I see a lot of them like, you know what? I've had a good run. I've provided great service. I've had a terrific career. I think now I'm gonna kind of ride off in the sunset. We see a lot of those people too. And so it's leaving behind what? It's leaving behind opportunity for people like us who are committed to elevate our game, right? So people need your help right now. Oh my gosh, they need your help. Do you know why? Because it's so complex, right? It's seemingly difficult and complex because it is, right? So clients finally have that perception. Like it's always been complex. It's always been a challenge to execute a transaction. There was a time period where prospective clients didn't really believe that. They thought it was easy. I think that's changed now. Like the clientele, the public, they get that things are hard right now. They're like, whoa, things have really changed. Like, look at those rates and look at how complex the transaction is. Look at all these moving pieces. And seems like we need someone's help. And that what continues to show up for me as evidence of this is the NAR research done every single year. It's called the home or the profile of home buyers and sellers, where they look at what percentage of real estate consumers use a realtor. It's on the order of like 90% of the real estate public. When they do a transaction, they get the help of someone like us. So they need our help and they know that they need our help. And what they're saying right now, because of the perceived complexity, the perceived difficulty, they're saying we need the help of someone who really knows their stuff. Like we might have been willing to work with our second cousin 2 years ago, or the person that I know who's like a part-timer. We might have been willing to a couple years ago, kind of give them a chance. But hey, that's not going to work right now. We got to work with someone who knows their stuff. All right, that's what's going on in their head. So that goes back to the relationship and credibility piece I talked about a while ago. It's so important that as they think about you, they need to think and know that they really, really know their stuff, right? So, I mean, I'm challenging you right now. I'm challenging you to move those scores, to move those scale of 1 to 5 scores. I'm challenging you to amp up your social media game. Like really look at, like really commit to that. Like, okay, what would it take? What would that 2 posts per week framework look like for me? What's a schedule I could follow? How am I going to get that in my calendar? All right. So I'm going to calendar that. I'm going to calendar some time to amp up my social media game. All right. Will you accept my challenge to amp up your collateral game? All right. I know collateral is kind of a fancy word. It's an umbrella word. I'm just telling you to dial up your buyer seller packets, right? Is it complete? Does it have all those things? Accept my challenge to do that. Get that more like a 5. Have that so ready to go. What I know is that that's going to make you feel so much more confident, right? You're just going to, like, you'll know that you can handle any buyer, any seller, because bam, you're ready to go. You're ready to hand them that packet of information. So take me up on that challenge. And then maybe most importantly, take me up on the confidence challenge. Take me up on moving your confidence up more toward a 5. And it's simply a matter of what you're focusing on. Like, are you focusing on the change? Are you focusing on the difficulty? Are you focusing on the nasty headlines about lawsuits and commission lawsuits and all buyer agency and all that stuff? I'm not telling you to ignore that stuff, but are you overly focused on that? Are you overly focused on the fact that interest rates are going down? Are you overly focused on the level of transactions today versus 2021? Or are you focused on the massive amount of abundance that we have in this industry today, even in this industry today that's experienced a lot of change? It's still going to produce $80 billion. So will you accept that challenge? I want you to accept that challenge. You're someone, because you're committed to $200,000 and above, you're someone who has high levels of commitment, high standards. And so I want you to achieve that goal. I want you to have that outcome that you want to have for your income this year. And so we got to raise the game. We got to elevate. That's today's theme. We got to elevate in those three areas. Okay, that is the challenge. So I'm going to show you now how I can help. Now, even like, go take that challenge I just gave you. Now, there's a specific way I can help. I'm about to show you a web page that you can go see more details about all this. But I can help you with these specific ways, all right? And so what I'm going to offer you, you see the Thrive logo there. I'm going to offer you like a complimentary, like easy, simple, free 14-day trial of my Thrive Mastermind. Okay, and this is the website we're about to go to together. But you can jot this down. It's yourplace2thrive.com. Okay, so that is the spot that you can go to see how this works, right? To see what you get when you check out my 14-day trial of the Thrive Mastermind. Okay, so here it is. So when you check it, when you type in yourplace2thrive.com, this is the page you're going to come to. Okay, so here's the deal. This is only for, just like today's webinar, this Thrive Mastermind that I have in place, it's only for realtors who want to earn at least $200,000 a year. Okay, so you're there already, or you want to be. And a lot of people in there go way past 200, but I've set that threshold because it's a meaningful threshold. It gets you into the top 15% of all realtors. My experience has been people who are at that level or who want to be have the level of commitment that I work well with. Okay, I am not for part-time dabbling hobbyists. Those are nice people, they're great, but they're not a fit for me. Okay, what's a fit for me, what's a fit for this program is you want to be at that level. Okay, so what I'm going to give to you just as a thank you for trying the Thrive Mastermind and starting to realize the benefits, seeing firsthand. What I found is the best way to offer Thrive is to let people experience it firsthand. So I said, okay, I'm going to give them a free 14-day trial of the Thrive Mastermind. You get all this stuff. Okay, so just like when you sign up, when you say yes, I'm going to start my 14-day trial, I'm in, and then I'll decide if I want to keep going or not. I'm going to give you these things. You don't have to give them back if you choose not to keep going, but you're going to get all these things. Okay, so thing number one is really important. We are about to start a social media makeover. So all those things I mentioned that build your relationship, build your credibility, we're going to get those implemented. We're going to get those installed into your business. We have a graphic designer that's a part of the Thrive Mastermind. What she's done is created several templates for you to use. And so we give you those templates, and then we show you how to tweak and change them to make them look just like the way you want them to look for you, to match your brand and your style, your colors, all those things. But like the template's done, and we give you a game plan on how to get them implemented into your business. Okay, so we are starting the social media makeover very soon. And so this has a lot of value. Okay, so you're gonna get that for free. We start that soon. You get to participate in the social media makeover. The other thing I'm going to give you, next thing I give you is a playbook I call the non-pushy marketing playbook. Okay, so it's step-by-step how to have a marketing game plan in place, all the components, including social media, including print, including things that you can do like even in person, all non-pushy ways for you to market yourself. If you follow me, you know I'm a big believer in non-pushy marketing and non-pushy sales. I think it's much better to be a helpful person, not a pushy person. So I show you how to do that in your marketing, right? You probably already have a lot of coaching from me on dialogues to use to be non-pushy in your selling. This playbook shows you how to be non-pushy in your marketing. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you and show you what I call the what's working now checklist. Okay, so I'm going to give you specific examples of what's working now for other real estate agents right now nationwide who are having success. So I want you to see like specific examples. You can copy those. So you can say, oh, look, that's working for someone. I can do that too. The next thing I give you is this farming playbook. So anyone who's thought about farming, who maybe wants to start farming a neighborhood as a way to enhance their business, build their database, whatever, but you don't know how to do that, I have a playbook on how you can farm a neighborhood, how you can farm an. You guys, that is the second time that did that. That's annoying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. I'm guessing that's annoying for you. Apparently I have like an unstable wireless here. So hopefully not again. Let's cross our fingers. Not again. Okay. So where was I? So you get, guys, I have done for you buyer seller package. So all those things that I talked about, I have the template for you, like already done. You just have to add your little tiny bits and pieces of your brand, your color, your exact specifics, but the template is done. So I've saved you a ton of work with templates already created for your buyer seller packets. By the way, they're created in Canva, which is super easy to work with. So you just go into Canva and make those tweaks and changes. Right. So I have that for you. Plus, the last thing I'm going to give you guys is I just wrote an ebook called The Non-Pushy Selling System. I'm going to give you that too. So what you need to do, my friends, you need to click this button right here, and you need to start your free trial. All right. So this is what you need to do. Get your free trial going. Yes, you do put in your credit card to get your free trial going, but your credit card is not charged for 14 days. All right. You will put in your credit card. The credit card is not charged. I'll show you the pricing here in a minute. I'm sure you're curious about that. You're like, yeah, but how much is it? I'll show that to you, but just keep in mind that this is truly a free trial. Even though you're putting in your credit card is not going to get charged for 14 days because they give you the full 14 days to really have the chance to check it out. Okay. And you'll see here in a minute the things specifically that you will be able to check out, but it's going to start with this stuff up here. Okay. So how are we doing so far? You guys with me on that? I need to, pardon me here. I need to do one thing. I need to make sure I got some good power going to my laptop. Had enough technology issues today. Don't need my power going out. Okay, here we go. So you would click this button to start your free trial. Okay, so Thrive is a private mastermind for hiring people like you who want to grow their business without being pushy, salesy, and cheesy. All right, don't believe in that. These are some examples of the marketing templates that are within Thrive, but this is not just a marketing template place. This is a lot of things, like all the things we've talked about on this webinar, right? So it is the marketing templates, but it's also strategy and approaches. It's also live coaching from me. It's accountability to keep you on track. It's a community of people like you. Okay, so yes, number one, you do get this content, right? You get content in these templates, and we freshen it up. Okay, so we give you posts that you can post to your social media. Okay, we're going to give you content to post. We give you content that you can put into your email newsletter if you want to do that. So we give you not just the templates, but we give you specific content that you can use. All right. So number one, you should know this all happens within a private Canva team. All right. So everyone who's a part of the Thrive Mastermind is inside of this Canva team, and that's where all these templates live. So when you are a member of Thrive, you get to access all these done for you templates put together by our very own graphic designer. Second thing it does is it connects you with like-minded people. Okay, so we do live webinars, we have live interaction where you're learning from me, you're learning from other people, you're seeing what's working for them, you are connected. It's nationwide, we are coast to coast, we're in every single time zone. It's really cool. It's people just like you, and you're learning from them. And then the third thing that happens is every month, I do a mastery skills training. Okay, so I look at what's happening in the market today, and I say, okay, this is what people need. Okay, so we're doing workshops on how to articulate your value to a buyer. That is now important, right? That's in the headlines. That is the thing. We'll do negotiation. We'll do how to attract listings. We'll do how to articulate your fee to a seller when you're getting beat up on your fee. Okay, we do sessions on how to talk about the market. We do sessions on how to elevate your mindset. Okay, so those are all live coaching that you get from me. So you get all these done for you marketing templates that live there. All these things. You get these templated out. They're done for you. You don't have to waste any energy starting these from scratch. You have access to these right away. So email newsletter, listing brochures and flyers, just listed, just sold announcements, testimonials, farming pieces, all these things. One thing that's really effective that people are enjoying, if you look right here, is a template for your favorite service provider. So putting together a list of your favorite plumber, electrician, roofer, landscaper, snow shoveler, pool maintenance person, like putting those all together and then offering that up to clients is a really effective way to attract people. We have that template built for you. Okay, so there's certainly more to this than just the marketing templates. These are some of the workshops that live within Thrive, live within the training library, things that I've done. So there's a workshop all on open houses. So guys, we're about to embark on open house season right now as the spring selling season kicks off. Would it be nice to have a workshop that shows you exactly how to have a really effective open house without being pushy and salesy? So that's in there. There's a workshop on how to articulate your value to a seller. There is a workshop in there on how to get your database organized. Like how's your database right now? Is it super organized, scale of 1 to 5? I have a workshop on that. I have a workshop on how to talk about the market in a way that gets the client to say, wow, this person really, really knows their stuff. I have a workshop on how to do an annual property review. That gets a lot of play right now, a lot of conversation. Okay, I have a workshop that shows you exactly how to do that. And then I have what people love. I have the non-pushy selling workshop in there. It shows you exactly how to interact and talk to someone about real estate without being pushy. Okay, so there's the pricing. Let's see. Someone said, I'm pausing, sorry, because someone sent me a question. So this is, if people are curious, this is everything. So this is a combination of marketing and coaching, because what I know is that my coaching talks a lot about marketing. So you need a way to implement it. So I'm going to coach you on what to do, what works to attract business. Then I'm going to give you the way to do it through the marketing template. So it's all together, right? It's collective to get you to where you want to go, right? So you can elevate your game. So what I found is that that's the best way to offer what I have to offer, is to make it comprehensive and to sync up and link the things you're hearing from me and the way that you're going to implement it. So hopefully that answered your question. Terrific question, by the way. Okay, so you start with a 14-day trial, and then after 14 days, if you want to keep going, you keep going. Amazing. And you can see the pricing there. I'll talk a little bit more about the pricing here in a minute. If you don't want to keep going, then you just send me an email that says, hey, Eric, I want to stop. I'm out. Thanks for the free trial. Thanks for the free gifts. But for whatever reason, I don't think this is for me. Great. All right. Then your credit card is never charged. You got those bonuses, those things we talked about at the beginning for free. No worries. No harm, no foul, no questions. Like, it's just simple, right? Just email, send me an email. But my guess is you're going to keep going. And I want you to think about this investment. So you can choose to think about this as, all right, I'm in for a year, and I want to spread it out over a month, or over the course of the year, month by month. So that's 147 a month. Or I just want to take care of it upfront all at once. That's 1470. The 1470, guys, here's what I want you to think about it. For most of you, the average fee you would earn is somewhere in the ballpark of $15,000. That's a 10x return. Could I get you a transaction, that's how I think about the pricing. Like how I think about it is I want to 10x their investment. I want to give them a 10 times return. What's like a conservative, so realistic promise I can make to someone? Like what's something I would feel so confident saying to a person? I'm so confident I can help you to find a transaction. Like if you do all the things I tell you to do in Thrive, if you show up to the trainings that we do, whether you show up live or show up to the recordings, and you follow this program, if you implement what I tell you to implement, I'm guessing I can get you a transaction. Like I bet I could get you one that you wouldn't have had otherwise. And that would be on the order of, on the ballpark, up to 10 times return. That's where the pricing comes from, right? So that's how I think about it. I encourage you to think about it that way. I'm guessing if you're at this level of 200,000 and above, or you want to be, you have an investment mindset, right? So investment mindsets can think that way. Like, yeah, I'm going to invest into me. I'm going to invest into my business. I'm investing into my social media. I'm investing into my collateral. I'm investing into my confidence. I want to raise my game. This is how I'm going to get there. Okay. So the people who are in Thrive right now, this is how they think about it, right? It's an investment into their business to help them get to a place that they couldn't have likely gotten to on their own. Okay. So just a reminder what you get for the 14-day trial. And just know, like, it's a combination of marketing coaching. You can get office hours with our graphic designer. And then you get this live coaching from me to keep you on track. Okay. So every Monday morning, we do a 20 minutes live, 20 minutes to launch you into the week with a high positive mindset. You can watch that live. You can watch the recording. It doesn't matter. We make the recording really easy. I don't keep attendance. It's a Thrive, or it's a Zoom webinar. So it's not like the little squares on the screen. You just see me. So like I'm not keeping attendance. So you join live or watch the recording, either one. But you're going to get a positive mindset from that. Like you're going to get energy, you're going to get momentum into each week in only 20 minutes, right? Small time investment. Then once a month, I do a special skill mastery workshop to help you be better. Okay. So we go on live with that workshop. I'm like, guys, here's what's going on right now in our industry. Here's what's going on in the market. Here's a challenge I'm hearing from you. Here's what you're faced with. Here's something you're telling me you need help with. Let's go. Let's talk about that. I'm going to help you with that. So every single month, I'm elevating your skill set, and all those workshops go into the library, so you can access those at any time. So another benefit to you is you can go back and look at any past workshop that I've done to help you raise your game. Okay, so you guys in? Go to this website, yourplacetothrive.com. I'll throw it in the chat as well. Again, it's yourplacetothrive.com, yourplacetothrive.com. There you go. I don't know why I didn't hyperlink it. I wish it would have, but that is the URL, yourplacetothrive.com. You click on this orange button, get going with your free trial, 14 days. Again, here's the guarantee. Super simple. If you're like, nah, I'm good. Not what I thought, not for me. Something came up, whatever. You just send me an email and we're good. So what questions do you guys have? Do you guys have questions? You guys ready to elevate your game? What questions do you have? Any questions? I'm going to take a sip of water. It looks like we're about to hit the top of the hour. Gosh, again, I'm sorry for those weird little technical glitches. It just like kicked me off of Zoom and had to come back. So sorry about that. Questions, my friends, questions that you got? Anyone? Okay, looks like we're good. You guys know where to find me if you do have questions. And gosh, I'm ready for you. I'm ready to help you out. So jump on in here. Go to that website, yourplacetothrive.com. We're starting the social media makeover really soon. So you want to get in there soon, get that 14-day trial going, get access to these templates, get these things in place, and it's time to elevate, right? So accept my challenge in those 3 places. Let's go elevate your social media, your collateral, and your confidence. Help get you where you want to go. Thanks so much, you guys, for joining today. I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you really soon. You guys take care. Bye.